Hi there, welcome to a short presentation for both students and teachers on the new Btec Transferable Skills Framework for September 2025. This is for Btecs at level 2 and level 3, and I've taken all the information from the Pearson book that you can see on the left there. So just in case you're wondering what are transferable skills, the book actually comes up with a nice definition for you to have a read through. And transferable skills are basically those skills that you can take from one job to another. Those kind of essential everyday skills that you need to be adaptable and so forth in the workplace. So why are transferable skills so important? Well, transferable skills are the new attraction for employers, and they help you to adapt to different job roles and industries in a rapidly changing jobs market. And as you'll know, the job market has significantly changed over the last 5 to 10 years, and of course is heading towards further big changes with the developments of AI in the future. These skills will teach you to be adaptable to these changes and aim to enhance your experiences as well if you go on to higher education. And these skills are essential for current learning and future employment. So that's why the transferable skills have been embedded into these new Btec courses. So let's take a look now at that Btec transferable skills framework. So they've got a lovely diagram that they've put together, splitting those transferable skills into 4 sections and then breaking those down into further sections as well. So the 4 sections are, the first one is solving problems, and that looks at creativity and innovation, problem solving and critical thinking, all essential skills for employment. Second one is about managing yourself, taking personal responsibility, personal strength and resilience, career orientation planning, and personal goal setting. Next up is the yellow section, the interpersonal skills, cultural and social intelligence, teamwork, verbal and non-verbal communication, and of course written communication. And then effective learning is about those primary research skills, secondary research skills, continuous learning and managing own learning. And when I look at that as a sort of diagram and getting an understanding of it, you can see that these are kind of essential skills for the new world of working. So you can see why Btec have developed this skills framework to embed into these new courses. So let's now take a quick look at the difference between embedded and signposted transferable skills on these Btec courses. So the embedded transferable skill is seamlessly integrated into the teaching, learning and the assessment of a unit, and this means that the learner will develop and demonstrate that skill upon achieving the unit. Skills that are embedded are inherently related to the unit's technical content or skills outcome. And you'll see it as an acronym, of which I'll talk about in just a second. And a signposted transferable skill, it's identified as an opportunity to deliver that skill, but it's not a requirement for the teaching and learning and assessment to actually achieve the unit. So there's kind of some discretion there as to whether it needs to be delivered or not. There may be connections to the skill through the unit content or assessment approach. And it goes on about an example and so forth. And of course, you can pause the video to have a read of that. But it's also just important to, again, explain how these acronyms work. So for example, ISWC stands for interpersonal skills, and that one is written communication. So that one would be there in the yellow. And MYTPR would be managing yourself, and TPR taking personal responsibility. So that's how it works when you see those embedded or signposted on the new spec. And also, how do you spot those embedded and signposted transferable skills on the specification? Well, of course, it will look like this. So that's, for example, there at the end of AO3, you've got SPCD, and you've got these sort of ones that on that specification, we've seen all this before, but it's actually guiding you there with the acronym at the end of a sort of description there, like P8 in this example. Again, pause the video if you wanted to have a quick look at this. It's pretty easy to understand. And like I say, it seems like it's going to be quite good in terms of delivery and how these actual transferable skills can actually be embedded into these courses. So to help you understand where all this is, there's a summary box at the end of each unit that will show you where those transferable skills are as well. Now, of course, it goes without saying that not all transferable skills are going to be in all the units. There are guidances there for you with a table key as well. So the asterisk is signposted to indicate opportunities, and the tick is the ones that is embedded into teaching, learning and assessment. So again, look out for those summary box on the new specifications. So next up is a slightly more in-depth, more detailed look at the transferable skills from each section, and the book goes on to say, look, this is what managing yourself is all about. You've got the acronym, the transferable skill, and then those kind of performance descriptors as to whether they're going to be signposted or embedded. Okay, and so you could pause the video now, or of course you can go to the Pearson website and download the book that I indicated at the beginning of this video. But this one's on managing yourself. Next up, of course, is effective learning. And again, same layout, the acronym, the transferable skill, and those performance descriptors. Next up is interpersonal skills. Again, so written communication as an example, that performance descriptors produces clear formal written communication using appropriate language and tone to suit purpose. Well, we kind of all do that when we're either writing our Btec assignments or we're actually a student and we're writing our Btec coursework. We're going to get that written, transferable skill over in our work. So that's a nice easy one. Next one is that verbal, non-verbal communication and teamwork. And then cultural and social intelligence, demonstrating an awareness of cultural and social biases, and demonstrates diversity, tolerance, inclusivity, values in approach to working with others. And finally, solving problems. Again, a nice transferable skill for the future, and that breaks down into critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and innovation. Okay, so that is the end of the short video on transferable skills and the new Btecs for September 2025. And there's some more information you can find out here, and I also recommend when you do go onto the Pearson website to possibly download the brochure I've just gone through. I highly recommend clicking on the read more about skills for the future, because it's got lots of information about the different jobs in the future and certain data and stuff like that. Very, very interesting read if that's of interest to you. Okay, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed that video, and like I say, the booklet is downloadable from the Pearson website, so you have your own copy. And if you've liked this video, don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you very much.